I'm Joe.
I'm Vivian.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So tell me about this beautiful place. I understand where I am now has a pretty deep connection to winemaking history in Hungary.
We are at the Degenfeld Castle Hotel and Winery, and the history of the place goes back into the distant past, 1782. We own the first-class vineyards around here, on the Theresia slope and on the Galambo slope. We actually have our own oak forest, so we made barrels because it gives a very big complexity to the wines.
And you've got some interesting owners, right? This is a restaurant, winery, and hotel. And you have some royalty that's involved here, is that right?
Countess Maria Degenfeld and her husband are from Germany. The history of the family goes back into the medieval Switzerland, and they arrived into Hungary in the beginning of the 19th century. Unfortunately, in the Second World War, the family was stripped out of their wealth, and that's the reason they revived it over 100 years old tradition.
So you've got your own oak forest, you've got a count, a countess. I mean, this sounds almost like a medieval mystery novel or something. It's great. So I'm really intrigued. Can we taste this wine now?
Yeah, let's go, let's taste.
Awesome. Well, this is nice.
Yeah.
So you have two Furmint wines for us to taste, and looks like they're very different. So tell us about the first one.
Yeah, so the first one is from 2013. It's single vineyard, came from the vineyard, the slope called Zomborka. Zomborka has a very, very complex structure in soil, and it gives a real big complexity to the wine.
Let's give it a try.
Yep.
That is a very fresh wine. There's a beautiful citrus notes right on the palate. Really, they pop with lovely acidity. The one thing I really like about this wine is it has that salinity note that can come with ferment, really nice minerality, layers of like chalk and wet stone in the aromas, and really that smoky note of the flint really jumps out on the nose. Lovely wine. How about the second one?
The second one is from 2011, and it's a barrel selection. It was fermented in Hungarian oak. This wine has great layers.
Very different wine. It has very little of the salinity that we got in the first wine, and a lot more of the flintiness. Much more stone fruit as well. It's broader in the mouth, a lot of pear. There is citrus there, citrus peel, and even some earthy notes. It's quite a complex ferment. And these are really nice wines. Now, I have wines like this. They're so fresh. They have so much acidity. I start to think about food, and we're here at a place that has a really nice restaurant. So, yeah.
So it's fresh avocado salad with steamed trout.
That looks amazing. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Wow, the 2013 Furmint, it really works well with that. Especially texturally, because the fish is so delicate, and the avocado provides like that creaminess and body to the meal, and the vibrancy and the acid of that wine, the freshness, just kind of cuts through everything, but doesn't overwhelm the delicacy of the fish at all. That's fantastic.
This is roasted quail and chestnut burger.
Wow, that's really interesting. The 2011 Furmint has a little bit of age on it, so it's got a nutty character and earthiness. And both those things go really well with the chestnut and also with the bulgur. And at the same time, the quail and the bulgur are giving like a richness to the meal, and there's a little bit of that same richness on the 2011 Furmint, and it just complements each other really nicely. So I'm gonna stay here for a couple hours and maybe just eat and drink a lot of wine. But really, I wanna thank you, thank the Count, thank the Countess. Cheers.
Cheers.